Ralph Lauren, renowned for his groundbreaking influence in the fashion world, harbors a lesser-known passion for automobiles.
It literally just makes you want to forget everything else and just, that's so pure, it's so together.
But did you know that behind the scenes of his multi-billion-dollar fashion empire lies a passion for something entirely different? Automobiles. With a net worth surpassing $7 billion, his collection boasts a diverse range of vehicles, from vintage classics to modern hypercars. Join us as we take a closer look into the $600 million metal collection. Number 10. 1931 Alfa Romeo 8C 2300. In 1931, Alfa Romeo introduced the 8C 2300, a powerful car that quickly gained attention. Initially conceived as a racing car, it later became available to the public, with a total of 188 units sold. Sporting a striking red exterior, the 8C 2300 boasted a 2.3-liter straight-8 engine under its hood, generating 85 horsepower. Despite lacking formal transmission, its front-engine rear-wheel drive layout facilitated impressive performance. The 8C 2300 showcased remarkable capabilities on the track, securing numerous victories throughout its racing career. One of its most memorable achievements occurred during the 1931 Italian Grand Prix held at the renowned Monza track. This triumph earned the car its enduring nickname Monza, a practice commonly adopted by Alfa Romeo at the time to signify the track where a victorious performance occurred. With a top speed of 124 miles per hour, the 8C 2300 epitomized speed and agility, setting a high standard in the automotive world of its era. Its prowess on the racetrack solidified its reputation as a formidable competitor, capturing the admiration of enthusiasts and competitors alike. Despite its racing pedigree, the 8C 2300 also appealed to discerning members of the public who both sought style and performance in their automobiles. Priced at $11.9 million, it represented a significant investment for those fortunate enough to acquire one. Number 9. 1934 Bugatti Type 59 Grand Prix. The 1934 Bugatti Type 59 Grand Prix is a car that many people think is extremely beautiful. It's also known for being the last car that Bugatti made for Grand Prix racing. This car was released in 1934, and it had a very special engine called a straight 8. The engine was 3.3 liters big and could make 250 horsepower. The Type 59 had a unique engine. It was a supercharged 3.3-liter inline 8-cylinder engine. This means that the engine had 8 cylinders all lined up in a row, and it was made even more powerful with a supercharger. It also had a 4-speed manual transmission, which means the driver had to manually change gears as they drove. This car had its engine in the front and drove the rear wheels. This is called a front-engine rear-wheel drive layout. It didn't have a specific top speed mentioned, but it was designed for racing, so it was definitely fast. On the outside, the Type 59 had some distinctive features. It had a horseshoe-shaped grille at the front and a rounded, boat-tail rear end, giving it a sporty and strong appearance. One unique feature was its wheels. Instead of the usual alloy wheels, this Bugatti had piano wire wheels, which were lighter and stronger. Even though it was made for racing, the Type 59 didn't win many races. In fact, it only managed to win one race during its time before Bugatti stopped making it. Despite this, it remains a highly sought-after car, with one selling recently for $13 million. Number 8. 1938 Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic. Ralph Lauren added another rare car, the 1938 Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic, which is both rare and expensive, valued at $40 million. This car is one of the gems in his collection. Back when Bugatti wasn't known for supercars, they made some of the most luxurious cars globally, including the Type 57 series. The Type 57 SC Atlantic is equipped with a twin-cam 3.3-liter engine. This means it has 2 camshafts that control the opening and closing of the engine's valves, providing power. It's paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, allowing the driver to shift gears manually. With this setup, the car can produce 220 horsepower. However, information about its torque is not available. In terms of layout, the Type 57 SC Atlantic follows the traditional front-engine rear-wheel drive design. This means the engine sits at the front of the car and drives the rear wheels. Its top speed is reported to be 133 miles per hour. The Type 57 series, available from 1934 to 1940, included various models, with the Atlantic being one of the most distinctive. Ralph Lauren's version of the Atlantic is particularly unique. It is based on a concept car designed by Jean Bugatti called the Aerolith. This car stands out with its beautiful, elongated shape, featuring pronounced dorsal seams that run from the front to the rear of the vehicle. Underneath its sleek exterior, the Atlantic is powered by a front-mounted 2.3-liter supercharged engine, generating 197 horsepower. Ralph Lauren acquired and meticulously restored this iconic piece of automotive history, making it a prized possession in his collection. Number 7. 1939 Alfa Romeo 8C 2900 Millimiglia. In 1939, Alfa Romeo introduced the 8C 2900 Millimiglia, a car now with a hefty price tag of $19.8 million. Back in 1924, Vittorio Jano engineered something groundbreaking for Alfa Romeo, a straight 8-cylinder engine. This marked a significant milestone in automotive history. The engine found its first home in the Alfa Romeo 8C. From 1931 onwards, this vehicle graced the roads, tracks, and sports arena with its presence. Under the hood, the 8C boasted a supercharged 2.9-liter inline 8-cylinder engine, delivering a robust 220 horsepower. Coupled with a 4-speed manual transmission, it offered drivers a thrilling experience. Its layout featured a front-engine rear-wheel drive configuration, a common setup for cars of its time. Named in homage to the famed Millimiglia road race in Italy, the Alfa Romeo 8C 2900 Mile Miglia, crafted in 1938, was a striking 2-seater roadster. This particular model belonged to Ralph Lauren, adding to its allure. Carrozzeria Touring lent their design expertise to create a visually stunning vehicle, streamlined and aerodynamic to optimize performance. This masterpiece of automotive engineering captured the essence of speed and elegance. While specific details like top speed and torque may not be readily available, the legacy of the Alfa Romeo 8C 2900 Millimiglia endures through its rarity, design, and the stories it carries. Number 6. 1954 Ferrari 375 Plus. In 1954, Ferrari introduced the 375 Plus, a sleek sports car built with one purpose in mind: to win races and showcase Ferrari's prowess on the track. Priced at a staggering $18.3 million today, this car wasn't just about luxury, it was a high-performance machine designed for speed and power. Under the hood, the 375 Plus boasted a robust 5-liter V12 engine, churning out an impressive 325 horsepower. This engine was a beast, propelling the car to a top speed of 174 miles per hour. With a front mid-engine rear-wheel drive layout and either a 4 or 5-speed manual transmission, the 375 Plus was engineered for agility and precision on the racetrack. Despite its remarkable performance, the 375 Plus wasn't without its flaws. It was heavier than some of its competitors, which would affect its handling on tight corners. Additionally, it lacked disc brakes, a feature that could improve its braking performance and overall safety. However, where the 375 Plus truly shone was in its engine. The 5-liter Lampredi V12 was a marvel of engineering, delivering 330 horsepower and making it one of the most potent cars of its time. This powerhouse engine propelled the 375 Plus to victory at prestigious races around the world, including the iconic 24 Hours of Le Mans. In fact, it was at a Le Mans where the 375 Plus made history, becoming the first Ferrari ever to claim victory in the renowned endurance race. This triumph not only solidified Ferrari's reputation as a dominant force in motorsport, but also paved the way for future successes on the track. Today, the 375 Plus stands as a symbol of Ferrari's racing heritage and engineering excellence. Its rarity and historical significance make it one of the most coveted collector cars, with prices reaching astronomical figures at auction. Number 5. 1955 Jaguar XKD. In 1955, a special car called the 1955 Jaguar XKD, also known as the D-Type, was sold for a whopping $21.7 million. This car was made by a company called Jaguar in 1954. It wasn't just any car, it was made specifically for racing in a famous race called the Le Mans 24-hour race. Before the XKD, there was another model called the C-Type. The XKD was its successor, meaning it came after the C-Type. Even though the XKD and the C-Type had similar engines and many of the same mechanical parts, the body of the XKD was completely different. It had a new design, one that was meant to make it faster and more aerodynamic. Jaguar used advanced technology from airplanes to make its body. The engine of the Jaguar D-Type was special. It was a 3.4-liter straight six-cylinder engine, which means it had 6 cylinders arranged in a line, and it could hold 3.4 liters of fuel. This engine had 2 overhead cams, which helped it perform better. The car had a 4-speed manual transmission, which means the driver had to change gears manually. The engine could produce 250 horsepower and 242 pound-feet of torque. This power was sent to the rear wheels because the car had a front-engine rear-wheel drive layout. The Jaguar D-Type was fast. Its top speed was 162 miles per hour. That's really quick for a car from the 1950s. It had a 3.8-liter straight-six XK engine, which was even more powerful than the earlier one. This helped it become the fastest car of the 1950s. Because of its speed and design, the D-Type won the Le Mans 24-hour race in 1955, 1956, and 1957. The particular car Ralph Lauren bought was the same one that came 6th in the 1957 race. Number 4. 1955 Porsche 550 Spyder. The Porsche 550 Spyder, crafted in 1955, is a rare gem among automotive enthusiasts, with only 90 of these beauties ever produced. This car holds a special place in the hearts of collectors around the world. The 550 Spyder emerged as Porsche's inaugural purebred racing machine, paving the way for a lineage of legendary models, including the illustrious 917 and culminating in the groundbreaking 918 Spyder Hybrid of 2013. Debuting at the esteemed 1953 Paris Salon, the 550 Spyder bore the moniker Spyder to denote its sleek, 2-seat configuration and open-air design, drawing inspiration from its Italian counterparts. Among the privileged few who own these automotive treasures is Ralph, whose collection boasts chassis number 5500061, the 61st assembly of the 550 Spyder. The Porsche 550 Spyder of 1955 boasts a host of impressive features. Its lightweight construction, coupled with a mid-engine layout, ensures nimble handling and an exhilarating driving experience. Such attributes contribute to its hefty price tag, commanding over $6 million in today's market. Yet, beyond its monetary value, the 550 Spyder holds profound significance in automotive lore, revered for its unparalleled success on the racetrack and timeless design. Number 3. 1958 Ferrari 250 Testa Rossa. In 1958, Ferrari introduced the 250 Testa Rossa, a car with a staggering price tag of $40 million. This vehicle emerged as an updated version of the standard GTO model, debuting a year after its predecessor in 1957. The primary motivation behind creating the Testa Rossa was to comply with a new regulation imposed for the 24 Hours of Le Mans and World Sports Car Championship races. These regulations stipulated that participating cars could house engines no larger than 3 liters, prompting Ferrari to revamp their lineup. Under the hood, the 250 Testa Rossa boasted a formidable 3-liter Tipo 128 Colombo V12 engine, delivering a robust 661 horsepower and 221 pounds of torque. This power was efficiently transmitted through a 6-speed manual transmission, propelling the car to a top speed of 168 miles per hour. The Testa Rossa featured a front mid-engine rear-wheel drive layout, ensuring optimal performance and handling on the track. The shift to a 3-liter engine was necessitated by the new racing regulations, which rendered previous models like the 500 TR and TRC obsolete due to their larger engine sizes. To adapt, Ferrari engineered the 250 Testa Rossa with a refined Colombo-designed V12 power plant, replacing the 4-cylinder 2-liter engine found in its predecessor. Additionally, Ferrari made enhancements to the car's chassis and bodywork, enhancing its durability and reliability for competitive racing. Number 2. 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO. The 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO stands for its powerful V8 engine, sleek aerodynamic design, and rich history in racing. They made this car from 1962 to 1964, mainly so they could compete in a specific type of racing called Group 3 Grand Touring car. It's got a 3-liter Tipo 168x62 Colombo V12 engine, which means it's got a pretty strong engine. You shift gears with a 5-speed manual transmission. It can produce up to 296 horsepower and has a torque of 217 pound-feet. The engine sits at the front of the car, and it powers the rear wheels. And if you're curious about how fast it can go, it can reach a top speed of 174 miles per hour. They didn't make a lot of these cars, only 36 in total. And get this, back in the day, if you wanted to buy one, Enzo Ferrari himself would have to pick you personally. That made it super exclusive. This car holds the record for being the most expensive car in Ralph Lauren's collection. It's valued at a whopping $48.4 million. But here's a fun fact. Back in 1985, Ralph Lauren got really lucky. He managed to buy this car for just $650,000. Since then, its value has skyrocketed. Not only is it the most expensive car in his collection, but it's also the most expensive Ferrari ever sold. Number 1. 1998 McLaren F1 LM. The McLaren F1 LM, with a staggering price tag of $19.8 million, represents a pinnacle in track-oriented engineering, drawing inspiration from its predecessors, the F1 GTR. The F1 GTR solidified its place in history during the 1995 24 Hours of Le Mans race, where McLaren's dominance saw them clinch 1st, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 13th positions. In honor of this legendary triumph, McLaren opted to produce only 5 units of the F1 LM, elevating its rarity beyond even the iconic F1. Under the hood, the F1 LM boasts a formidable 6.1-liter V12 engine, delivering a jaw-dropping 671 horsepower and 519 pound-feet of torque. Paired with a precise 6-speed manual transmission, this powerhouse propels the car to a blistering top speed of 225 miles per hour. Its mid-engine rear-wheel drive layout ensures optimal balance and handling, characteristics essential for conquering both track and road. Considered the road-legal counterpart to the GTR, the F1 LM shares many of its components, including the potent engine. However, it undergoes refinements to cater specifically to track performance. With a stiffer chassis, lowered stance, and stripped-down interior, the LM sheds unnecessary weight and distractions, prioritizing precision and agility. In contrast, the original F1 aimed for a balance between high-performance capabilities and everyday drivability, catering to enthusiasts seeking versatility in their supercar. Owning a McLaren F1 LM isn't merely about possession, it's about possessing a piece of automotive history, a symbol of unparalleled engineering prowess and racing heritage. Each of the 5 units represents a coveted rarity, a fusion of technological innovation and the relentless pursuit of automotive perfection. Ralph Lauren's car collection houses some of the rarest automotive treasures in the world, each with its own unique story and allure. Which of these remarkable cars surprise you the most? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content. What would you like to see featured next? Let us know in the comments below.